Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Joe and I'm going to be doing some DC and Marvel TV show reviews. In advance, here's your spoiler alert. Okay, the first show that I'm going to start off with today is going to be Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4. They've already had 2 episodes out. This season is called Ghost Rider. So obviously, Ghost Rider is going to be in this one. Another thing I love about the casting for this show is that they're very diverse. So there's a lot of black characters in it, there's a lot of Latin characters, and I'm Latin, so a lot of the things that I've noticed on TV is there's not a ton of Latins on TV. So for the fact that they actually have, like, Ghost Rider is now Latin, which I think is really cool, and he's a really good actor too. The one thing that I really don't like, I'm kind of getting tired of Skye. She started off as a regular agent and worked her way up, and then ended up actually becoming Inhuman. For all of those of you who've seen the show, she is kind of getting a little cocky and kind of getting a little bit on my nerves. Like, there was this whole thing where they might have killed her off last season, and I'm kind of hoping that they did. I don't really like her character that much anymore. I really wish that they would bring Bobby back. I love her. Her and Hunter got written off the show because they were supposed to do a spinoff. Spinoff got canceled, so I'm hoping that they bring Bobby back, who's played by Adrian Palicki. Going on to the Green Arrow Season 5 premiere, it did not disappoint. The show is starting off 3 months after Oliver Queen's little team of vigilantes got disbanded. Mostly because of death and stuff like that, because it's a DC CW show and they cannot not mess with your feelings. So after the death of the Black Canary last season, they decided to disband. And Green Arrow is going it alone for the last 3 months with Felicity, who is Overwatch in the show. I don't really know what to think about Tobias as a big bad right now. He kind of just seems like a street thug, and he's beaten down a ton of street thugs already in the last 5 seasons, so why he would need to take his time on this guy, I don't know. Tyler Ritter is now on the show, and he's the son of John Ritter, and kind of looks like him. It's really weird. But he's been on a TV show called The McCarthys, and I loved it, but unfortunately it got canceled. It wasn't that popular. So I'm actually really happy to see him as an addition on this show. However, at the very end of the episode, it turns out that he's Felicity's new boyfriend, which I don't like. One of the things with the show that they do a lot of is, oh, no, this is where it's going, but just kidding, it's going that way. So hopefully that's not true. I really want her and Oliver to get back together. Katie Cassidy, who's been on for the last 4 seasons for the show, ends up getting murdered last season, and I'm like, oh, I love her. From what's been around the internet, the fact that she's going to be on all of the shows on the CW now is going to be amazing. She was in the first episode of The Arrow, but unfortunately it was a flashback, which really pissed me off, because I'm like, how is she going to be in all of these things? Legends of Tomorrow is the easiest one because they do, they're in time travel, so they can go anywhere in time and space. Kind of like Doctor Who, but they primarily stay on Earth. She's supposed to be a regular character on all 4 of the shows of The Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl, and I am so excited about Supergirl being on the CW now and tied into this universe. If some of you guys have seen the promo of the Fight Club video training, oh my god, on the CW, it was so good. I almost died. It was so fantastic.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We want everything you want. We know the name.
Probably the thing that I laughed the most in this entire episode was Anatoly is a character that is in the previous seasons. Oliver has saved, they become friends, and in the flashback, Anatoly saves his life and then ends up actually dislocating his thumbs so he can get out, showing him how to get out of any trap when your hands are tied, which is kind of cool. But I laughed so hard when that happened. Now we're going to go ahead and switch over to The Flash. Magic of editing. I had to put the shirt on just because I have to represent Flash. It's one of my favorite shows. So, this episode was not one of my favorite episodes. It's just kind of like the way that they left it last season. Flash goes back and actually saves his mother's life, preventing his whole entire timeline from actually happening. And the first episode, or the first 3 episodes, we're going to have to go back to creating back his timeline. That's exactly what this episode was. It was the what ifs if Barry Allen's mom never died, and he actually grew up in normal life. Well, in this one, he still has a speedster power, which the only reason why he has it is because they were on this timeline, they went to a different timeline, but he's still this Barry, so when going over here, he still has a speed. Very confusing, but entertaining. I understood it. Hopefully you did too. So the entire episode, Barry Allen is slowly but surely losing a little bit of his memory of his original timeline. And the thing that sucks about this is that he is forgetting growing up with Joe and Iris and not knowing Cisco or Caitlin. He had to, of course, go back, rewrite time by letting the Reverse Flash kill his mom so he can go back to his timeline. Him screwing with the timeline is going to affect all 4 of the CW shows of Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and Legends. So apparently there's a repercussion throughout it, which is where I think that they're going to bring Supergirl, who was on ABC, slashing over to the CW. I think that's how they're going to create it, because now she's part of the CW universe, which they do crossovers all the time, which I cannot wait for the first Supergirl crossover to any one of the current DC shows, because they are fantastic and I love her. This is going to complete this week's reviews of superhero TV shows. Hope you liked it. Like and subscribe if you do. Please feel free to share this with your friends and let them know about this. I will see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.